With GTA 6 looming on the horizon and the lack of exciting new content types in GTA Online, I know why a lot of you guys clicked on this video. You want to experience the thrill and adventure of playing this game all over again in a new context. A roleplay context, where everyone is a real person and your stories evolve and change in a social setting with the rest of the server. Well, for that, you're going to need to pick a roleplay server, and since you're a newcomer, I don't think you'll have an easy time getting into some of the more popular servers because they're either looking for people with prior roleplay experience or people who are streamers. But don't worry, because there is one server that accepts absolutely everyone, irrespective of their prior experience, a server that's free to join with a free and fair economy, and I'm talking about Grand RP, one of the most popular GTA roleplay servers out there with tens of thousands of registered users. And if you're worried about cheaters and griefers over here, put those thoughts to rest, because even though Grand RP isn't whitelisted, it does have a robust moderating system with members of the community who dedicate themselves to checking player activity 24/7. But first, let's talk about how you can start your Grand RP journey as a new player, because it's actually a very easy process. The very first thing you're going to want to do is use my link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, and that will take you to the official website GTA5grand.com, where you'll see a registration button on the top right. Then you can click this button and it will ask you whether you have a licensed copy of GTA 5. Click yes to proceed further and you'll arrive at the registration page. And here you can enter your credentials like your in-game name, email, and password. And a few tips here. Use a name that sounds believable instead of your typical gamer tag, because this is an RP server, and if you intend to play a role and behave like an actual person, you might want the name tag above your head to reflect that. Otherwise, other players will be wondering why your lawyer is called Lord of Darkness 69. Just doesn't really roll off the tongue well, does it? Go with something more grounded. Doesn't have to be your real name, just something believable enough for roleplay. Next, enter an email address that you'll actually use, not some throwaway email, because if you ever lose your account details like your password, you're going to need that email address for the recovery process. And finally, I recommend using my referral link to join Grand RP, as it does give you exclusive bonuses upon signing up, plus you get taken straight to the registration page on the official website where you can click the link. You should also select English server number 1 during your registration if you want to join my family, the Hazard Gang, as this will provide you with access to the family residence as well as a few vehicles, both of which are very hard to get by yourself as a new player. Plus, you do get to do challenges and manage new businesses with us as we help the Hazard Gang climb the ranks to become the #1 family on Grand RP. Alright, so now that your registration is complete, the next step is downloading the Grand RP launcher, but before we go any further, I want to provide a quick disclaimer here. Right now, at the time of recording this video, Rage MP doesn't support the expanded and enhanced version of GTA Online. They do have a developer preview out for the expanded and enhanced edition, but it will be a while before that transitions into a full overhaul of the client, so before you decide to play Grand RP, you need to make sure you have the legacy version of GTA 5 installed. This is extremely easy to do both on Steam and the Epic Store. Just look for the legacy version in your library and install that. It is a massive commitment of hard drive space, and that sucks, but if you want to play Grand RP, you'll need the legacy version of the game, at least for right now. Next, install the Grand RP app on your PC, and once you open it, you'll see a select server section with the number of active players listed next to each one. So select English server number 1, so that way you can later join my family, the Hazard Gang, and then click the play button. Give it a minute or so for Rage MP to load all of your data if this is your first time launching Grand RP, and in my case, when I installed Grand RP for the very first time, I accidentally put in a different drive partition from where I had installed GTA 5, so it hit me with an error message saying I can't find the game. If this happens to you, don't worry, you can manually select the folder where GTA 5 is installed, and with Steam, you can find your game files by right-clicking on GTA 5 Legacy, selecting Manage, and browse local files. On Epic, you can't really find the install directory for GTA 5 directly, but you can go into Settings, select Download Settings, and see the folder where all your Epic Store games are installed, and from there, you should be able to find the GTA 5 Legacy Edition. Just make sure it's the Legacy Edition. If you point the Grand RP launcher to the expanded and enhanced folder, it simply will not work, and sometimes it will continue showing you the error message, so just click cancel and it will automatically start downloading the server assets. There's about 17 gigabytes worth of data in there, so give it a little bit of time. And now with the launcher installed and all Rage MP assets downloaded, you're now ready for the final step, which is logging into Grand RP. Just enter your email and password and you'll launch GTA 5 Online with the Rage MP mod applied, and it will take you straight into the Grand RP hotel, where you'll be greeted by everyone's favorite receptionist, Olivia. And if for some reason GTA 5 gets stuck in a loading loop before you get to the starting screen, just simply close out your app and restart the game. However, before you can start doing any kind of work on Grand RP, you do need to create a unique character. There are tons of customization options, and it's like a fantasy RPG or MMO in here, so have fun with it and create the best looking character that matches your in-game personality. You can modify all different things like facial features, skin tone, physical build, and hairstyles, so take your time and create someone who doesn't look like a complete idiot. But even if you mess up, not to worry. You can always rework your entire appearance by spending some in-game money, so it's not that big of a deal. If you choose English server number 1 while signing up, you can chat with Olivia at the reception desk and select the I want to join my family option, then type Hazard Gang into the search box and it should bring up my family for you to join. Alright, now you've logged in, created a character, and you're finally ready to dive headfirst into the world of Grand RP. But before we can make lots of money, we need to take some baby steps and get ourselves established as a proper player. For that, we'll need a driver's license as well as a phone number. Your starter vehicle will also be provided to you right in front of the hotel, and it's a scrappy little scooter, but that's fine because we're basically just checking off a bunch of starter jobs before we move into the big leagues. You can drive to the electrical substation and fix up some transformers for a few $100s, or you can head over to the oil rig and work there for your first paycheck. It doesn't really matter which job you pick as long as you have enough cash for a driver's license, which should be about $500 if you're new to the game. Then, once you have your driver's license, the game will give you a free rat loader, which is this rusty, old, really slow flatbed truck, and it's honestly kind of bad, but it will get the job done for now. Plus, if you signed up using my link, you're also going to get to pick from one of these 3 starter vehicles, and these are limited use only, meaning you have to drive them for a week, and then they disappear from your inventory. But as long as you follow the advice of my guide here, you will already have enough cash in your bank account to buy a proper car at the end of the week. After this, you'll have to complete a few more beginner quests, like checking out the fishing and hunting activities, searching for treasures, drinking juices, but once you've done those, you're ready to progress further and gain more levels. Here in Grand RP, levels are the equivalent of ranks in GTA Online, and the higher level you are, the easier it will be for you to find better jobs and make more money. Think of levels as street cred, and there's unfortunately no shortcut to gaining these fast unless you invest in a Prime subscription, which is basically the same as GTA Plus. It gives you twice the XP per hour, but I don't suggest you buy Prime right away unless you know that you're going to stick around with Grand RP for a while. At the start, you're restricted to menial tasks like a bus driver, firefighter, oil rig worker, etc. But once you gain a bit of capital and some levels, you can purchase your very own business. Unlike vanilla GTA 5, over here on Grand RP, you'll be able to purchase stock, receive deliveries, manage inventory, put out ads for your businesses, and source buyers all on your own. It is a bit challenging at first to take in everything, but once you've got a decent cash flow going, you can hire people to deliver goods for you, and if your business is in a nice central location, you can charge higher rates than your competitors, even though they're selling the same product as you. A really nice way to make money in this game as a newcomer is through investment, and there are 2 kinds, daytime and long-term. Both can be accessed through the Money app on your phone, and I recommend daytime investments for new players as you're not required to deposit any money up front. Instead, the game asks you to choose an amount of time that you'll play, and during this time, you can do absolutely anything you want while your investment grows in the background. So for example, you can make $10,000 per hour with investment option 1, or $40,000 with investment option 3, which requires that you play at least 3 hours before logging off. But remember, unless you play for that amount of time that you selected, you won't get your money. So if you log off halfway, you lose out on your whole investment. For long-term players, I do recommend the second option, where you have to deposit some money up front, but once the investment matures, you can get back your initial money that you spent with a nice little bit of interest on top. Another great way to make money is simply by reselling rare items. So things like chests or batteries or even solar panels, you can buy these and then sell them later once their market value goes up. The market in Grand RP operates on a supply and demand formula rather than using fixed prices like Rockstar uses in GTA Online. So when something becomes rare, its value will naturally go up, and if you have a stock of those items, you can make some pretty decent profits. A nice place to look for items is the beachside market, but make sure you don't get ripped off because some folks will overprice their items and try to scam you. So walk around, check prices at multiple shops, and overall just familiarize yourself and get an idea of what an item should cost before you buy it. If you're the kind of person who likes to take risks in exchange for big rewards, the stock exchange is absolutely perfect for you. Basically, the goal here is to buy low and sell high. It's a simplified version of real-life stock exchanges, but you should monitor the exchange daily so you can track how a particular stock is trending and get in on the action when the time is right. In addition to stock trading, you can also pick contracts from the trader at the exchange, and each contract gives you a series of tasks to perform in exchange for a cash reward. Kinda like a heist, you've got multiple stages, but there's a lot less shooting involved. If you pick the easy money contract, it will ask you to do basic stuff like growing plants and collecting seeds, or sampling alcoholic beverages at different bars in town. It's really chill work and an easy payday for any new player. Now, let's talk about criminal activity, because not all of us like to play on the good side of the law. Even as a low-level player, you can get involved with heists and criminal contracts on the internet. jewelry store robberies, boosting cars, hit jobs, all that kind of stuff. And you can even join a gang, which will then put you in a position to accept all kinds of exciting work. You can raid businesses, get into turf wars with rival gangs, and wear unique clothing items designed specifically for your gang. Plus, as a criminal, you get to do all the usual stuff, like selling coke to the youth of Los Santos, cooking your very own crystal blue like Walter White, and growing the magical green grass that every hood rat loves to smoke. And there is an incredible level of detail present in each of these career paths. You don't just press a button and wait 2 hours while a progress bar fills up in the background. You have to handle every step of the process by hand, and that's what makes the rewards so satisfying. Honestly, Grand RP is the only place where I look forward to business raids and resupplies because they're packed with action from start to finish, and you never truly know what's going to happen next. It's genuinely transformative as an experience compared to vanilla GTA Online, and you should definitely give it a try if you're a fan of crime movies, because the roleplay servers we have over here, they are total professionals and take their characters very seriously. Finally, let's talk about leveling up your battle pass in Grand RP, because this unlocks a bunch of exclusive seasonal rewards that won't get you anywhere else in the game. And right now we're in the middle of the summer update, which means new treasures, new hunting rewards, and a new Cayo Perico event with ATVs that let you zip around the island really fast. The summer update also brings with it a complete UI overhaul, redesigned bunker business, as well as a revamped vehicle theft system that allows anybody to steal cars, so you no longer have to be a gang member if you want to boost cars on the side for some extra cash. Just don't get caught. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. The tricky part with Grand RP is just figuring out which jobs you want to do at the start and what to buy, but as long as you log in daily and do your basic tasks, you'll have absolutely no trouble saving up for some sweet cars and businesses in the future. Trust me with that. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, adios amigos.